Hello everybody, it's Jess here with Bless Jess. Thank you so much for watching for another What's for Dinner video. I know you guys really like these, so I'm happy to bring them to you. I'm going to show you every single night what I make my family of 5. I have 3 kids. One of them has special needs, is super picky. Actually, they're all kind of picky, but we're working towards eating more and more of the same dinner, and it's a work in progress. I'm not saying these dinners are super fancy, super foodie, or really complicated, or even super healthy, but they're simple things that don't take me too long that my family actually can eat together. So I'm going to show you like 10 different dinners that we had. I hope you guys enjoy watching. If you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and let's go ahead and get started. All right, you guys, it is Monday night and we made breakfast for dinner. This is David's plate, but I am happy to report that everybody ate this for dinner. So we have some homemade French toast sticks using the Aldi brioche loaf, and I cooked those up. I've got some syrup to dip it in, some watermelon, hash browns, and bacon. So yummy breakfast for dinner. Delish. All right, you guys, sorry for the noise in the background, but it is dinner time. So today is Tuesday. David is working late because there's a meeting tonight. I had a late lunch, so I'm not hungry at all. So I just made the kids some chicken nuggets. I had something planned, but we're just doing this instead since David's not home and I'm not hungry. So Mark also had chicken nuggets. I just had to go ahead and give him his because he was starving. So Lucy has chicken nuggets and corn, a little bit of ketchup, and a Danimal smoothie. Nate has chicken nuggets and some leftover shells and cheese and an applesauce pouch. So this is what they have today. We'll see you guys back tomorrow. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday night. This is what's for dinner tonight. I had some Aldi flatbread. Let me grab the wrapper out of the trash. It's not too dirty. I was going to show you guys. It's the artisan flatbread, stone oven baked. I just took a bite of this. It's really good. So we're doing a quick dinner. I'm not feeling great. I have a cold. So I topped it with some pizza sauce and some mozzarella cheese. And then I really like to cut up the pepperoni into little, little sprinkles. It makes it a lot easier for Nate to eat without the pepperoni sliding off. So if you have kids that like pepperoni, this is way easier and less messy. So I cut him a big slice. I also made a cheese one. This is what we're having for dinner. I'm going to add some strawberries for Nate, probably some watermelon for Lucy. Mark is already over here eating some Fruit Loops and some ham and some cheese because he couldn't wait. But you want some pizza too? Yeah, you want some pizza too? And Layla's on floor patrol, right? Yep. So anyway, I wanted to show you guys our dinner tonight. Really easy, simple dinner. But anyway, flatbread pizza. All right, everybody. So now we're at Thursday, and tonight we're going to do some like taco rice burrito bowls. And so I thought I would try a new technique, and that is baking the rice in the oven. I actually got this idea from my friend Jen Chapin's new cookbook. I will link that down below. But anyway, I took this 9x13 baking dish, that's the word, and you're going to do some boiling water. So I actually doubled this recipe. It's 2 cups of jasmine rice, and then I put 1 3/4 cup of boiling water twice in there with a little bit of butter and some salt, and it's going to bake in the oven. So once you pour the boiling water in, it kind of dissolves the butter, and you want to make sure you stir it really, really well. The great thing about this recipe is you don't have to babysit it. It literally just bakes in the oven, and it's amazing because when it's on the stove, you're always having to worry with it and stuff. And I do have a rice cooker, but this was so easy, and I didn't have to get out my big rice cooker. So anyway, I've got the rice, and I'm about to put the boiling water. I didn't get a clip of that, but anyway, here I am. After you do the boiling water, you want to seal it very tightly with some foil. That way no steam will escape. And I put this into a 375-degree oven, and it took, I want to say, about 25 to 30 minutes. I checked it. Mark's trying to get into stuff, and I'm having to shoo him away from the oven so he doesn't burn himself. But this cooked, and I checked it right about 25 minutes, let it go a couple more minutes, and it was done. And I just took it out and fluffed it with a fork, and you can see it looks perfectly cooked. And who would have thought that you could make rice in the oven. I would have never thought of that. So anyway, I made quite a bit because I did do 2 cups of rice, so we had leftovers. And then for the meat, we just did some ground beef seasoned with taco seasoning, and I always add some black beans into that just to make it a little bit more fiber. The kids don't mind, and it stretches the meat too. It makes it go a lot further. So Nate and Mark had this mixture in a quesadilla. Lucy just had rice and some veggies, and David and I had burrito bowls. So this is mine, and I just took some rice and then some of the meat mixture and put the meat mixture on top. And then I had a little bit of this queso from Aldi that I heated up and put some of that on there. Queso always makes everything better. And then I did tortilla chips on David's, but instead of tortilla chips on mine, I did these crispy jalapenos. It was so good. A little bit of a kick, a little bit of a crunch, and that's it. I put a little extra cheese on top. And it was really good. I wish I had some lettuce or something like that, but I was completely out and the stores looked gross. So that was on Thursday. On Friday, I made one of our favorites, and that is Sloppy Joe's. You guys have been asking me how I make this. I will leave the recipe down below. I did half this, so what I'm telling you is half. I took about a pound of ground beef, and I just browned it in a skillet, and then I drained the grease off because you don't want all that. You are going to add lots of yumminess to it, so you don't want it to be all greasy. So I drained that off, and I'm going to get started making this delicious. This is so fast, and my whole family likes it. So this is 1/8 of a cup of soy sauce mixed with 1/8 of a cup of Worcestershire sauce. That makes it so flavorful. I have 1/4 of a cup of ketchup. And then I'm going to do 1/3 of a cup of barbecue sauce. You can use whatever barbecue sauce you like. We really like this Sweet Baby Ray's. I will say, oh, and then a tablespoon of tomato paste. I will say this recipe is very barbecue-y. If you don't like that, you may not like this recipe, but we love it. Even the kids like it. So it is definitely a winner. I put them on a brioche bun, which is amazing, from Aldi, and then I just served it with some tater tots. So that is what we had on Friday, and we had lots of leftovers. Even though it was only a pound of meat, it really stretched a long way. Nate ate this for a couple of nights. He really, really liked this. I think we're lunches maybe. Anyway, let me show you guys. Saturday we did Alfredo sauce over rotini pasta. I did rotini because I thought it'd be easier for the kids to eat instead of fettuccine. But this recipe is so good. I have a whole video on how I make it, so I will link that down below. But basically all this is a stick of butter, a pint of heavy cream, a 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese, and some garlic powder, some black pepper, and about 2 tablespoons of cream cheese. And you just let that kind of bubble and let the cheese melt, and that's it. Like, let it simmer for maybe 10 or 15 minutes. And then I have this Parmesan cheese to top this stuff with. I just picked up some pre-cooked grilled chicken, saved myself a little bit of time there. And there's the rotini pasta cooking. This is so good. You have to make homemade Alfredo. It's so different than the jar stuff. And it's really, really easy. So Nate has just discovered he really likes Alfredo sauce. So I had to make it for him. So here is David's plate. And I have the rotini pasta with the Alfredo sauce and the grilled chicken. This was so good, and it tastes like a restaurant. All right, you guys, welcome to Sunday night. We're just having like a whatever night, just everybody grab something night. So Mark is having some popcorn chicken with blueberries and some yogurt. Yeah, he had to throw his voice in there. I made Nate some bagel bites, so I'll just cut these into fourths for him to make it a little easier to eat. He has some Doritos and applesauce. Lucy has a chicken patty, Doritos, peppers, and a Danimals smoothie. And we also have in the oven some brownies baking that we made. So those look good. So anyway, this is our I don't know what Dave and I are going to have, something similar. So we'll see you guys back for another day. This is just a really quick Sunday night kind of thing. Guys, it is now Monday night. I made the kids dinner. It's a little after 5. David and I had a really big lunch, so I'm not sure what we're going to have. I am not hungry, but the kids are starving. So I made a couple of boxes of this pasta entrees, shells and white cheddar. This is like the pastaroni knockoff from Aldi, and Mark and Nate love it. So I always make extra so that we can have leftovers. Whoops. Okay, so Nate has a big bowl of that, and I'll probably give him an applesauce with it. I haven't gotten that out yet, and of course some milk. Lucy doesn't like that. She doesn't really like cheese, so she's having a snacky dinner. I cut up a watermelon, so she's got a lot of watermelon, some pepperoni, some sour cream and onion chips, a like yogurt tube. This is the melon berry flavor, a cheese stick, and a little brownie for dessert. I'm trying to get Mark used to eating off of a plate. Let's see how it goes. He has some of the pasta too with some watermelon, and these are yogurt melts from Aldi, yogurt bites. So this is what they have for Monday, and David and I will probably have just like a sandwich or something very light because I am not hungry at all. So anyway, if he wants something, I can make him something, but it won't be anything exciting. So we'll see you guys back tomorrow for Tuesday. All right, everybody. So tonight is Tuesday, and David and I are going to be having HelloFresh. We're so excited to have HelloFresh this week. This is not sponsored. We just truly love HelloFresh. And tonight we're having these Gouda burgers with tomato onion jam, and which we don't do the tomato onion jam. We don't like it. And roasted potatoes. I love how HelloFresh gives you all the directions. It makes it so simple. But I'm going to show you guys how I threw this together. So these are just some potatoes that I cut up into wedges. I tossed them with salt and pepper and some smoked paprika. I love how HelloFresh gives you all the spices you need, and it makes it so easy. Also, there's some vegetable oil in there. And I preheated my oven to 400 degrees, and it took them about 20 to 25 minutes to roast. That smoked paprika made a really big difference in the way they tasted. They were so good. So I just put them on a cookie sheet. I lined the sheet with some parchment paper, which is my favorite. I have like scraps here because I'm at the very end of the roll. I just made it work, and it helps it not stick or anything like that. I just make sure they're all spread out so they have room to get crispy. And like I said, that is going to bake at 400 at the very top rack to make sure that it gets nice and crispy and delicious. And while that bakes, we're going to work on our special sauce for this. I kind of doctored this up in my own way because we've made this before. But basically, this has some mayonnaise, some sour cream. I added ketchup to it to make it like a fry sauce, garlic powder, black pepper, and that's really it. And I just whisked this together to make sure it's fully combined. This is so good. Like I said, it's very much like a fry sauce. And we put this on the burgers and we dip our potatoes in it. Really having a good sauce makes all the difference in burger night. So while this just kind of hangs out, we're going to get going on the burgers. I just pattied out the hamburger meat. I did David's patty a little bigger than mine. And I just seasoned both sides with salt and pepper. That's really it. And I'm just going to watch these on medium-high heat, flipping them when they need to. And I make sure we like ours pretty much medium, I would say medium well. So I've gotten pretty good at cooking burgers, but it's basically just patience with us, letting them go, not turning them too much. And then I topped them with the Gouda cheese, and they came with this potato roll, and there's the sauce and the potatoes. You guys, HelloFresh is amazing. We love it. I will leave a link down below if you want to try it, but this is what we had on Tuesday. All right, so here we are on Wednesday. It's after church. It's late. I fed the kids some pizza before we left for church. But after church, it's 9 o'clock, and I made some sub sandwiches for David and I. So David's is a meatball sub, and on there I just heated up some meatballs in the microwave. They're just frozen meatballs, and mixed it with some sauce and topped it with provolone cheese. I also buttered that roll and added garlic powder, so it's like a garlic toast. And I just broiled it to melt the cheese. These were so good. On mine, I did turkey and cheese instead because I just was in the mood for turkey. But Davis, look how good those meatballs look. He loves meatball subs. So this is a way more affordable way to have it. This is just some Walmart bread, you guys, deli bread. So mine is just turkey and cheese, and I did butter my roll as well. And I'm going to add some lettuce to mine. And I just served this with some ice cold watermelon. So that is it, and we are at the end of the week. Thank you guys so much for watching this week. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Leave us a comment down below. Please subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you all later. Bye, friends.